Plant FAQs. White Wedding Hydrangea. White Wedding Hydrangea versus Limelight. I love the pristine, elegant blooms of the White Wedding Hydrangea, but Limelight Hydrangea's striking lime green flowers turn heads in my garden every time. White Wedding Hydrangea versus Annabelle Hydrangea. While White Wedding Hydrangea brings a sophisticated touch with its pure white blossoms, Annabelle Hydrangea's massive, snowball-like blooms never fail to impress me. How to care for White Wedding Hydrangea. White Wedding Hydrangea, Hydrangea macrophylla, White Wedding, is a beautiful cultivar prized for its large, pure white flower heads and lush green foliage. Here's how to care for White Wedding Hydrangea. 1. Light. Filtered sunlight. Plant your White Wedding Hydrangea in a location with partial shade to filtered sunlight. Morning sun and dappled shade are ideal, especially in hot climates. Too much direct sunlight can scorch the leaves and flowers. 2. Soil. Well-draining, moist soil. White Wedding Hydrangea thrives in moist, well-draining soil rich in organic matter. Aim for a slightly acidic to neutral pH. Adding compost or peat moss to the planting hole can improve soil texture and moisture retention. 3. Watering. Consistent moisture. Keep the soil consistently moist, but not waterlogged. Water deeply and thoroughly, especially during hot and dry periods. Mulching around the base of the plant can help retain soil moisture. 4. Fertilizing. Fertilizer application. Feed your White Wedding Hydrangea with a balanced, slow-release fertilizer formulated for acid-loving plants in early spring as new growth emerges. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for application rates. Avoid excessive fertilization, as it can lead to lush foliage but fewer flowers. 5. Winter protection. Winter care. Provide winter protection for your White Wedding Hydrangea in colder climates by applying a thick layer of mulch around the base of the plant in late fall. This helps insulate the roots from freezing temperatures. You can also cover the plant with burlap or frost cloth during extreme cold snaps. 6. Pest and disease control. Pest management. Watch for common pests such as aphids, spider mites, and scale insects. Treat infestations promptly with insecticidal soap or neem oil. Disease prevention. Ensure good air circulation around the plant to prevent fungal diseases such as powdery mildew and botrytis blight. Avoid overhead watering and promptly remove any diseased foliage. 7. Container care, optional. Container planting. White Wedding Hydrangea can be grown in containers on patios or balconies. Use a large container with drainage holes and fill it with well-draining potting mix. Water regularly and fertilize as needed during the growing season. 8. Enjoying the flowers. Cut flowers. White Wedding Hydrangea flowers make beautiful cut flowers for floral arrangements and bouquets. Cut stems early in the morning and place them in water immediately to prolong their vase life. Where to buy White Wedding Hydrangea. When I was searching for where to buy White Wedding Hydrangea, I scoured local nurseries and online gardening stores. I found that many reputable nurseries carry them, especially during the spring and summer seasons when they're in high demand. Additionally, online retailers provided a wide selection, often with detailed descriptions and customer reviews to help me make an informed decision. I ultimately chose a nursery known for its quality plants and helpful staff, ensuring I received a healthy specimen. How to propagate White Wedding Hydrangea. Propagating my White Wedding Hydrangea was an exciting experiment that yielded satisfying results. I opted for the method of softwood stem cuttings in early summer when the plant was actively growing. With sterilized pruning shears, I carefully selected healthy stems and removed them just below a leaf node. After dipping the cut ends in rooting hormone, I planted them in a mix of perlite and peat moss, keeping the soil consistently moist and providing indirect sunlight. Over time, I watched as new roots formed, signaling successful propagation. When does White Wedding Hydrangea bloom? Witnessing my White Wedding Hydrangea burst into bloom is a breathtaking experience every summer. Typically, they bloom from late spring to early summer, gracing my garden with clusters of elegant white flowers. I've noticed that they tend to bloom most prolifically when they receive ample sunlight and are well hydrated. The sight of these delicate blooms against the backdrop of lush green foliage never fails to fill me with a sense of wonder and delight. When to prune White Wedding Hydrangea. Determining when to prune my white wedding hydrangea has been a learning process influenced by trial and error. I've found that the best time to prune is in late winter or early spring, before new growth begins to emerge. During this time, I carefully trim away any dead or weak branches, as well as any spent flowers from the previous season. This not only helps maintain the plant's shape, but also stimulates new growth, ensuring a bountiful display of blooms come summertime.